Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of 31 Days of Halloween. Today I'm on my couch because what better place to discuss my top 10 favorite spooky TV shows to watch during Halloween. Some of these are new, some of these are very old. Either way, I enjoy watching them during the Halloween season, so maybe you will too. The first show that I think of every time October comes around is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I was actually pretty worried going to rewatch it that it wouldn't hold up, but in my opinion, I think it's just as good and just as funny as it was when it first aired. The second show, which is related but completely different, is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So it's all the same characters, but they are tweaked a little bit and there are new characters that aren't in the old TV show. For instance, the Zelda in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina makes me want to drive a nail through my head, whereas the Zelda in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I love. The next show that I think is perfect to watch around Halloween is the OA, which isn't very Halloween related. It's not a straightforward spooky TV show, but it is really eerie and it kind of draws you in as you watch it. Plus Netflix is canceling it, so I really want more people to watch it so that they don't cancel it. The next show on my list is Mindhunter, which everyone's obsessed with. It is the somewhat fictionalized version of true events during the early 70s when FBI agents first coined the term serial killer and began analyzing the mental intricacies of serial killers. So far, all of the characters that have been cast to play real-life serial killers have been unbelievably accurate, in my opinion. For one, I think Cameron Britton is the best actor possibly in that entire show. He does Ed Kemper to a T, and this shows the reason that I love him as an actor now. The next two shows are related as well. One is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I have rewatched more times than I can actually count. But especially around Halloween, it is one of my favorite shows to dive back into. I can quote that until the day I die. Obviously, the next step after Buffy the Vampire Slayer is Angel. I am very much a Spuffy lover over Angel and Buffy together, but I do have a soft spot for Angel, as well as Fred and Gunn and Cordelia. Just all of them together, they make the perfect spin-off. Next, I really love rewatching Charmed. I think it's still on Netflix if you want to watch it there. If not, Hulu has probably picked it up. I'm not so much a fan of the later seasons, but the first 3 seasons I just absolutely love. I love any show where they go into spells, and I think the Charmed sisters are just the perfect way to set the mood for Halloween. Next is a older show that I love because of my mom. She used to watch this when she'd come home from school when she was in grade school, and she always told me that she'd have to run up to her room and change clothes before the show came on, otherwise she'd be too scared to do so after the show. This show is Dark Shadows, the original, and one of my favorite parts of this is the fact that they only had so much tape to use in a certain filming. So a lot of times the mistakes that they make are just left in. So I just have a lot of fun like watching it, watching the boom drop into the shot every few minutes. It may seem like a little hokey and kind of like old-fashioned, but to me that style is so classic and just perfect around Halloween. Next on my list is The Walking Dead. Mainly the first 3 seasons because I think they have that kind of spooky, creepy vibe to them. The current season I would also throw in there, but the middle seasons felt a little bit different. Not as spooky and creepy, more so just dramatic and like action. So I definitely think the first 3, as well as any season that Angela Kang has been brought on for. I had kind of lost hope for the show after He Who Shall Not Be Named killed off certain characters with no regard for the storyline, just for views. But bringing on Angela Kang, I think she has saved the show. Next is an obvious spooky show to watch, and it's Stranger Things. The recent season was amazing. I love the direction that they're going in. Did not love the ending, but they have to draw you into the next season somehow, so understandable. But all that aside, I think Stranger Things, or any 80s centric kind of TV show, just has that same nostalgia that like the Halloween series does. Number 9 on my list is Bates Motel. Mainly, again, the first couple seasons. I think it was set up perfectly if you can get past the pilot episode, which just... I almost didn't continue watching it after the pilot episode because it's so jarring with seemingly no purpose to it. But from episode 2 on, the characters just get right into the swing of things and you're instantly drawn in to watch what happens. And the final spooky show, these are in no order by the way. I can't rank things. Everything's my favorite. That would be too much trouble. But the final thing on my list is The Haunting of Hill House, which I am really hoping the second season comes out soon. That is, in my opinion, the perfect horror series that I've ever watched. I am just now starting to watch Into the Dark, so I don't have a full opinion on that. That may be added to my list eventually, but as of now, Haunting of Hill House is where it's at. If you're into limited horror series, if you have the dedication, you can make it into one movie. Just watch episode after another until you hit the end. It has suspense, it has minimum jump scares, but ones that actually get you. It has character development, it has great writing, great directing, great acting, and I just can't say enough good things about it. That is all I have for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite shows are to watch around Halloween, and I will add them to my list, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.